Hello all, today's a really nice lesson. We're going to be playing a game mostly, but it's going to require a lot of drawing. So for today's task, make sure that you have some paper, ideally square paper, a ruler, a pencil, and if possible, if you can print it, the board from the task. Otherwise you're going to need to make that today. Because today we're going to use our understanding coordinates, which we looked at earlier this week, and apply to translations and reflections that we did yesterday and the day before. So here's what you need to do. Firstly, and you probably want to pause the video several times so I give you instructions. Draw an X and a Y axis and label lines 0 to 5. And then on it, plot the points 3, 1, 3, 4, and 2, 4. Once you've done that, see what you notice. You should have 3 points in a backwards R shape looking a bit like this. And my question is this: if I want to make this shape a rectangle, then where will the last point go? Mark it on your own grid, see if you can find the coordinates. Now if you've done it, to make it a rectangle, of course, we're going to need to do something like this, because a rectangle needs to have parallel lines and right angles. And so the answer is 2, 1. Well done if you got that. This sort of skill is going to be really important, because what we're going to do today is we're going to play a game called Flip and Slide. And this can get, if it gets more, I'm going to post the rules for it on the blog as well, so you can see it. You're going to need a version of the blog, board here. We'll put a copy on the blog. And you can print it, or you can sketch your own, like before when you made a grid from 0 to 5. This time make a grid from 0 to 15 and put a line going up and down on each 8 line. You can play with a partner, or you can play against yourself if you don't have partners to play with. Now, each player chooses a coordinate and marks it on with a cross using colour pencils. So you can see I've done one here. Then you want to take it in turns to select a card from the pack. I put the cards over on the side here, and you're either going to translate, slide, or reflect, flip over line of reflection, the point. That's why it's called flip and slide. You're then going to put a cross where your new point is and cover it up with a counter to identify it as the most recent point. If you haven't got a counter, use something like a coin or anything, really doesn't matter. So say for example I did this and I got reflect using the horizontal line of reflection, then my point would go over here because it'd be reflected across the line, just like we did yesterday. If the translation reflection was outside the range of the axes, or it's already marked with a cross, then you miss your go, which means you're not going to get a cross down. Now, if you can't make the cards, actually I should probably say first, to win this game, you would do a number of turns, and the person with the most crosses wins. I suggest playing for 20 turns each. You can do more or less, or you can set it against an actual clock timer. However you want to do it, really. If you can't make the cards, then what you could do instead is play with a dice, just a 6-sided dice will do, and make a spinner. So, just poke a pencil through a piece of paper, make the spinner have 4 directions, up, down, left and right, and then roll the dice to see how far you go. So 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square, 5 squares. On a 6, then you can reflect the shape instead. That's a good way to make it random, because you want to make it random so that if you accidentally end up on a square that's already been taken, it's bad for you. It's quite a fun game. Play it a little bit, and when you're done, there is one extra task for you to do. I want you to think, once you played it, would the game change you with lines? And do this question: draw the square with the coordinates. You probably need another grid for this one, and then translate it 5 squares up. Write down what the coordinates are of the new square, and think if you notice anything about them. So, a lot to take in here. Make sure you look up the rules of the game on the blog. If you need any help, please do let me know, because it's a really good game, and I'd love to play it in class. So hopefully, not long now. Good luck. Let me know how you get on.